The bright lights and tall buildings of downtown Los Angeles setting the scene for us here tonight. Happy New Year's Eve. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports for the NBA. We're all dressed up and ready to go. In this game, we'll see the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Los Angeles Lakers here in Staples Center. This is Kevin Harlow with Greg Anthony, Brett Berry, and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. A special treat for our viewers tonight. One-time league MVP Shaquille O'Neal is in the house. And with us courtside, Shaq, great to see you.
Kevin, you know I love your voice. That didn't even sound right when you said that. One-time league MVP.
That does not sound right, does it?
Right. Should be 3.
How can that be?
I think because they stole it from me twice and gave it to the great Steve Nash. But anyway, it's good to be here, guys. I just love you guys. I just wanted to say that on national TV. One-time league MVP.
The worst co-MVP.
I mean, the most dominant player ever with only one MVP.
That makes no sense. Here's a look at some of the stats for Trae Young.
And suddenly his feel for the three-point shot has left him. It's been a tough go the past 5.
Now it's ended down to David Aldridge standing by from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin. Trae Young said when he was growing up, he was never a big leaper.
Thanks, D.A. And you think back, some of the best centers ever to patrol the paint wore a Lakers jersey. And go right on down the line, Shaq. What did it mean to carry on that big man tradition with that franchise?
Well, I knew no matter what I did at the Laker franchise, I was going to be number 4. George Mikan, rest in peace. Wilt Chamberlain, rest in peace. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, just wanted to be in those categories, and I think I am number 4.
Well, you're humble, but, I mean, there's very little separation with those 4 players.
Listen, at the
putting
end
Shaq
of the day,
in that group, right?
Shaq's an all-time great, and he knows it. But in all fairness, as are those guys. And I always tell people it's not fair to try to compare eras. You can only dominate what's in front of you, and all 4 of those guys have dominated.
I like that. I'm going to have to...
You can use that.
No, I'm not going to use it. I'm going to take it.
No, that's already patented.
No. Well, I own the patent company.
Looking at the starting 5 for the Atlanta Hawks. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Trae Young is out there with Bogdanovich. And it's Capella in at the center. And for the Lakers, up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. And it's Sexton in at the point. This one for 3. Shot clock reset for the Hawks. And the dunk by Capella.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Back to James. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. And that one's good by Davis.
When a player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Shaq, you had some fierce rivalries with other centers, and later you formed great friendships with some of those guys. Is something you pursued, or did it just kind of come organically?
I saw Russell and Wilt become friends off the court. I felt I should do the same thing with Alonzo Mourning and Yao Ming. Me and Zoe didn't really become friends until I got to know him. And I admit I was a hypocrite, because if you know Zoe, he had the mean look on his face. I thought he was a mean guy. And then when we played together in Miami and won that championship, I realized he was a great guy. And Yao Ming, listen, he was an awesome guy. You know, it's good that, you know, two different cultures could come together for one common cause. So it's good to have friends like that.
Did Yao teach you any words, any Chinese, or did you come up with anything to say, good day, my friend? Or
for the first 3 years, I didn't speak to Yao. And then one time I hit him with a Akeem Olajuwon move, and he's like, nice move, big man.
No
and
kidding.
I was like, Yao, you speak English? He was like, yeah, Shaq, you never talked to me. True story.
That's a great story.
True story.
That's a great story.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Davis finds Caldwell Pope. Now here's Sexton. Hits it from three-point range.
Well, Sexton's confidence growing now, knocking it down from the three-point line. That's big.
Young against Sexton. From deep. Young's shot is off. Looking at the last game for the Lakers, it was a loss to Sacramento.
Yeah, what we saw in that game and what you see around the league is a questionable dependency on the triple.
Well, you have to be able to use the three-point line in some way. It's just such a weapon. And in that game, it was just not there for him.
Last break, the Lakers. A wide open look here for Kuzma. Sexton the pass to Kuzma. Back to Sexton. Tries again. 6 on the shot clock. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. And Shaq, you played an incredible 19 NBA seasons. When you think about the most passionate and most impressive fan base around the league, who stands out?
Well, listen, New York, Boston fans, their passion, their knowledge. Golden State has loyalty through the years. There's all the superstars that come: Denzel, Jack Nicholson, Adam Sandler.
What about Portland, like a mid-sized market like Portland, where it's the only game in town?
Well, I never really paid attention to Portland because Portland was a dangerous team. We really had to concentrate, so I wasn't focusing on who was in the stands.
I like it. I like it. Here's Snell. Out to Gallinari. Three-pointer. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. Lakers trail by 6. Outside Matthews. Sexton on the wing. It's good from long range. Sexton's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Los Angeles. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Hawks. No good again that time.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Shaq, we're seeing former players becoming NBA owners. Michael Jordan and Magic and Grant Hill. And Shaq, you've joined that list. What's that experience been like so far for you?
You know, it's just another way for us to connect with the league. You know, we're still trying to grow the game. You know, this game has done a lot for us. We want to continue to grow it as the years go on. And it's nice to be invested in growth.
And how much of your time do you invest in the ownership?
I wish I invested more time, but I've made the conscious decision that I don't want to be a coach or a general manager.
The conscious decision.
Yeah, because I get into it. You know, I'm old school, and this is a different generation, and certain things I don't allow, I would probably get upset. I would be one of those general managers that you see in the tunnel with his arms folded, not smiling at all. But you're up by 20, I don't care. Not happy. So I'm an absentee owner, that's what they call me.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
One of the areas where he has excelled all season long. How about 87% from the line?
Already impressing at a young age. Kevin Huerter's dead-eye accuracy from deep, combined with being a fearless competitor going inside, that's going to pay some dividends throughout his career.
Sexton deciding where to go with it. Over Williams. Offensive rebound. Pass to Horton Tucker. From the arc. That shot misses. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Snell, that's good.
He's so dangerous as a scorer. Lou Williams can recognize when there's openings. This time it was a teammate.
Here's Sexton. 10 points for him. Over Williams. The shot by Sexton, no good.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
And Gallinari kicks to Williams. Lets it go from deep. No good on that one. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
Great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
Of course, you know as well as anyone, Shaq, mental toughness is a gigantic asset in this league. You look at today's players, and there are some that appear to be unfazed by pressure.
I call this the frown and the smile. It's one guy that smiles a lot when you try to pressure him. That's Luka Doncic. He'll hit you with a move, shoot the jumper in your face. hit you with a smile. Then there's the frown. Kawhi Leonard could do the same thing, but he'll hit a big shot, and he won't give you no expression. The frown and the smile, Kevin. The frown and the smile. Reminds me of Ernie and Kenny up there.
Sexton is out there with Matthews. Then there's Markieff Morris. And it's Kaycock in at the 5. That's the Laker 5. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gallinari. James checked in for Sexton. Lakers trail by 6. James outside. Goes up the baseline.
I like when James forces the defense to act. They really have an answer for him.
Los Angeles shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Free throw good, James. And they always say great offense beats great defense, but let's give those elite defenders their due. Shaq, who stands out as the best defensive players in your mind in the league right now?
Well, I got 3 names. First, since I'm a big guy, let's go with the big guys. Rudy Gobert, a.k.a. the Stifle Tower. See, that's his bread and butter. You talk about defense. Then you got to go to, that's the claw, Kawhi Leonard. Always going to be on that list. And I got to throw in Jimmy Butler. He never backed down from anyone.
Can you make that noise one more time? Is that like a bird or something like that?
Yeah. Oh, you know what? You have the job. I like that.
And it's James missing.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Young, good.
Yeah, the threat of Trae Young, we talk so much about gravity in the NBA. It's unlocking some other scoring options. Strong take.
Here's LeBron and the dunk by James.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. The Hawks leading by 6. Outside Collins. He dishes it to Young. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
James in the post. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
Brute force on the interior. The level of defense is no match for the King.
Time called here. The Hawks decide
Adjustments. Pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Markieff Morris. And it's Collin Sexton in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for Atlanta. Bogdanovich comes in for Kevin Huerter. Shots good from Young. Young's got 9.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Pass to Kuzma. Trying to find Davis. He's got it now. Young against LeBron. And they double up James. Shot clock at 6. One-on-one fast break. Here's Bogdanovich. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, Bogdanovich being a little bit crafty there, knowing the defense was closing in on him, and drew the contact.
Jack, we talk about the motor of a player like Russell and Westbrook. And we also have some bigs who really get after it. And I'm sure you've got some guys that stand out in your mind in the game now who stand out in that category.
Let's see, Montrezl Harrell.
Oh, yes.
Domantas Sabonis and Andre Mr. Drummond.
All good names. Big motors. Outside, Sexton. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. And how about a look at the most recent power ranking? Very telling, even though, guys, we're just still in December. Taking a look at Atlanta. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And seeing where the Lakers are, they made their presence felt right from the opening tip, taking matters into their own hands and showing no let-up.
Young passes to Capella. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Davis.
And the defense Capella provides is huge. I mean, a legitimate shot blocking threat who also rebounds the ball at an efficient rate. and they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Well, you look up at the rafters here at Staples Center. All the banners, and Shaq, you helped raise some of them. Was there a pressure in playing for a franchise like this that has got such a great history of championship basketball?
You know, this is the kind of pressure you want, because I was raised up of the mind state that pressure is when you don't know where your next meal is coming from. So I knew there was some greats that played before me, and I just wanted to be mentioned with some of the greats. So
that puts it in perspective.
Yeah, it does. And you know what? He is definitely mentioned with some of the greats.
Yes, he
Shaq
is.
had a great ride and did an incredible job playing for the Lakers.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thought about a postseason play-in tournament to get more teams and fans involved. Last year's pandemic stoppage basically necessitated its implementation. For the NBA, the disruption of business as usual enabled innovation and risk-taking. It wasn't too hoity-toity, but it was Albert Einstein who once said, "In the midst of every crisis lies great opportunity." Guys, back to you.
You're right. Thank you, David. To the paint. Here's Young. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. And that's now 11 points for Trae Young. Here's James. Rebound, Atlanta.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Fader on the way, and it's off the back rim. No good. And here's James. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. 9-point game. And this matchup with the Hawks, it's their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, an interconference matchup, and these are two teams at different ends of the spectrum as far as the talent is concerned.
For Atlanta, they've gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter, over 60% shooting. And Shaq, a pleasure to have you with us. Great to hear your observation as always. I hope you join us again.
I will. Happy to give them anytime. I appreciate you guys. Love you guys very much.
Man, they really are chomping at the bit to get you back up there.
Yeah, they want you back in the studio.
Nope, I'd rather be here with you guys.
Good. We want you here, too. And Brent, a man who never ceases to amaze, Shaquille O'Neal, not only one of the greatest centers in league history, as you well know, but also one of our great personalities on TV covering the NBA on 2K.
Well, never ceasing to amaze is one thing, but the other part, Kevin, is Shaq just flat out always entertains, and it's so great to have him stop by and put his flavor on the game.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Atlanta leading by 5. That's tipped and stolen by LeBron. Down low, outside for Davis. Lakers passing it around. Pass to Sexton. Here's Kuzma over Bogdanovich. Kuzma can't get it to go. 26 seconds left to play in the first half. And Bogdanovich throws it down.
Well, Bogdanovich showing he's got speed out on the wing and running hard to fill the lane.
LeBron with it. 20 points for him last game against Sacramento.
And we have to mention his rebounding. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
Now, over time, LeBron James just becomes more and more capable of more things. That time, the jumper goes.
And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Hawks lead by 4. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away. Sexton having a dominant impact in this game.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half. I'm wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And so in the game for the Hawks, Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Bogdanovich out there with Trae Young. And it's Capella in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question. And believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so It's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right
now. No, we don't do that part.
The Hawks leading. The pass to Capella. Here's Bogdanovich. That one, no good. Caldwell Pope with some nice D. Sexton against Young for the lead. And another three for the Lakers.
I'm not sure what the coach said at halftime, but whatever it did, it's lit a fire. They're now 4 of 4 from the field to start their offense here in the second half.
Atlanta. Kaycock's checked in, and Morris subbed in for Kyle Kuzma. For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half.
The Cavs really took a long look at Collin Sexton last year as a playmaker. And it seems like he's moving more and more into that role of being a microwave scorer.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
And Brent, the numbers for Sexton back that up. He's a great scorer, as we know, but his assist totals are low.
And this is why I think, Kevin, there's a lot of consideration where Sexton might move naturally into that guy that comes off the bench and creates disruption with his offensive output. Feels like a lot of Lou Williams type of moments could be ahead for a player like Collin Sexton.
Gallinari, he's checked in for Atlanta. Kevin Huerter comes in for Bogdanovich. Passes to Capella. Here's Huerter. Young taking his time here. Kaycock pulls it in. LA's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Sexton the pass to Kaycock. They get a hand on it. Now here's Hunter. He's covered by Matthews. Pass to Huerter. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Huerter showed some great progress in his first year and now showing how much more comfortable he is.
Atlanta making some changes. Tony Snell comes in for DeAndre Hunter, and it's Williams in for Trae Young. Sexton the pass to Kaycock. It's stolen by Capella. To the inside. Here's Snell, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Shooters tend to be hungry, but this time Huerter finds an open teammate.
Timeout called the Lakers.
And Bones, with that Clint Capella surprise to many, but the Hawks were able to land a young and talented center.
And maybe GA the perfect fit for how it is that their team is constructed around Trae Young. Capella's going to be that pick and roll option, can finish above the rim, and is a good defender to protect the guys on the defensive end.
It's stolen by Morris. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Sexton for 3. And the Lakers get it back. Goes back up, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Sexton more and more in control and trying to deal with the aggressive defense so far in this game.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Horton Tucker's checked in. For Atlanta, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Williams finds Gallinari. Back to Williams. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
A 3-time Sixth Man of the Year. Last season, Lou Williams named his newborn son Six in honor of his success in that role.
We talk a lot about the Mount Rushmore of the game's greatest players. Maybe we can start to chisel out the sixth men of the year in the NBA. Lou Williams would have to get some serious consideration for that monument.
Davis is checked in for Sexton. On the wing, Davis. Gallinari covering, and they double up Davis. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the foul called on the Atlanta Hawks.
Impressive thing about Anthony Davis is just how much ground he can cover during the game. Has come into this league as one of the best running big men in transition. Still a huge weapon for him.
Well, in the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oof.
Wow.
I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. Lou Williams, so crafty, GA. Just a knack for putting the ball in the basket.
This guy just has the gift. I mean, it's been that way forever. He is just a born scorer.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Gallinari trying to get open, and the Lakers get it back. Davis down low. Gallinari covering. Davis kicks to Caldwell Pope. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A fader. And it's Davis missing.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
In the corner. Herter with it. Outside Williams. Pass to Snell. Inside Collins. And Davis sends it back.
Just a wonderful effort from Davis on the defensive end with that rejection.
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for the Lakers. James comes in for Wesley Matthews. Off the inbound pass. That one doesn't go. Caldwell Pope with some nice D. James against Williams. And here's the fast break. Here's Herter. From down in the low post, it goes. Herter's got 6 points.
Well, getting to the right spot so important in the offense, and Herter positioned himself well in the fast break.
But they get it back. Here's Davis, knocked loose. Gallinari with the steal. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. The Hawks making a switch here. Bogdanovich is checked in. Herter passes to Bogdanovich. Lobbed up there for Collins.
Well, Bogdanovich would prefer to shoot it, but teammates so wide open, had to give it up.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. From deep LeBron. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That's his first foul.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do. Sexton,
he's checked in for the Lakers. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Young's checked in. And here's Sexton. That will count. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game and both teams putting up points in a hurry. It's Atlanta leading by 3. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth.
Separates great playmakers, as we know, gives peripheral vision.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. And it's Sexton in at the point. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. LeBron left side. Back to Sexton. Good, and the assist goes to James. Sexton's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Los Angeles. Atlanta shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. To the middle. Shot by Collins, no good. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for Los Angeles. Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. That will complete this 4-game homestand.
Well, this is the one guy you did not want to see get started. He started.
The Hawks trailing. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Here's Bogdanovich. And Bogdanovich throws it down.
Go into the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for the Hawks. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during that last timeout, I listened to Frank Vogel talk to his team. This game is close, and he told his players, hey, guys, this is when it's fun, right? This is a close game, and this is when you get to show what you're made of. Right here, right now. Kevin, we'll see how they respond.
Shot clock at 5. Sexton for 3. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got his 6th rebound on the night. Young from outside. Unable to get that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. LeBron against Collins. And Sexton has it in the corner. Kicks it to Davis. The 3. They get the rebound. Caldwell Pope outside. The pass to James. Now the dish to Sexton. Second chance shot. And again, the Lakers no good. Hawks have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the 3rd quarter. Young dishes to Collins. And finished off by Collins.
And the scoring is one thing, but Young's ability to set his teammates up just as important.
The shot by Sexton, no good.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Kuzma against Collins. Kuzma kicks to Sexton. Fires from deep. Caldwell Pope up top. James outside. Second shot opportunity. That shot missing. Ready by Bogdanovich. Hawks have gone just 33% from the field in the 4th quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Outside Collins. Davis with some nice D. The Lakers trail. LeBron left side. Right side Sexton.
Sexton, not one of the bigger guards in the league, but he plays with a tremendous tenacity.
Free throw good, Sexton. Los Angeles making a switch here. Kaycock's checked in. He doesn't get the second one. Atlanta's shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. A finish, and Sexton slams it in.
Sexton trying to assume the leadership role. What a big hoop there.
Now, here is Young. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Atlanta again missing.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Traps in the tray. Sexton's got 39.
He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
On its way from Young for 2. A rebound by the Lakers.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
Outside, Sexton. Back to James. Just 5 on the clock. Caldwell Pope pass to Kaycock over Collins. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And Anthony Davis is checked in for the Lakers. The Hawks trail by 4. Now Young. And a miss there on the triple.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. You've got to have better shot selection.
And Capella over to help. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Caldwell Pope's got the lead up to 7 now for the Lakers. 58 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And here's Young from the arc. The Hawks again can't hit.
A bit of pride at stake, trying to get that last 3 ball back, but couldn't get it to fall.
Young against Sexton. Over Young. Again, Los Angeles.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, COLLIN SEXTON.
And his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
Well, he needed a game like this badly. He's been struggling for a while now, but tonight he broke out of that slump in style. McLemore, no good.
And he missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
Here is Dudley. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Snell from outside. It's not going to go for him. And so Los Angeles takes the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.